Yo, Life is Strange True Colors was a pretty dang good game. I liked it a lot, and I felt that it's more worthy of what the original was because I really liked the original. Didn't care for, what was it? Tell Me Why or Beyond the Storm. But this game really brings me back, and I was really intrigued like, from start to finish. It's a little short. I don't want to get much into story spoilers, but these games are usually about a character who has like superpowers, and then how they interact. This is how the player kind of interacts with these superpowers in the game. It's done really well. You feel like she's almost like a freaking, a mutant or whatever it is, and it's just really, really cool. I love the presentation. I love the location. It was like really homey. You feel like you're going into like a small town, and like you just feel like you're coming in and being a part of the town. And it's kind of a concentrated location. It's not a very long game, but I think that's really kind of works in its benefits. It doesn't really stretch things out, and I don't want to get into any kind of spoilers at all, but I felt that Alex is probably the best, the coolest like character out of any of the Life is Strange main characters so far. I played it on Game Pass. I don't feel that this is a game that's ever worth $60, and nor do I feel that these kind of games are like where they used to be episodic and they would stretch out over a year. It's like I would sit there and want to play. If you play like episode 1, and a lot of times I check your filler introductory episode, and it doesn't have too much going. There's like some kind of catch at the end, but then you would be waiting 3 or 4 months for episode 2. Well, they don't do that with this one. They got it out, and then I got it on Game Pass fairly quickly. And I played it on PC with ray tracing, unclocked frames, and stuff like that. Looks pretty dang good. Especially in 4K, but there's still this sort of kind of weird thing where some characters have like plastic beards and stuff like that. It's kind of off-putting. It's one of those, like, I don't know if it's like you're not quite in Candy Valley, but you're kind of sort of on some things, and it's bizarre the way that it kind of came out. But I do recommend this. It's especially if you've got Game Pass. This is an easy recommend. Probably about 10 hours or something like that. And it's one of those games where you don't have, as a player, you don't have very much interaction with how the story is going to go. And you'll make choices, and at the end of the chapter, you'll see how other players are ranked out. But these choices are usually just like, the differences will just be like a throwaway line later down. It's like, one is like, if you're a player and you go up to the top floor of the bar, you can keep the garden. I didn't even know you could do that. So I'm just playing like through normal, and it just says, I hear it later on. It's like, well, I'm sorry I didn't keep up with the garden. And that was literally the line. That was the only difference. But I still recommend it now. This game kind of like the smell of its own farts and stuff like that. But you know what? I'm okay with stuff like that, especially when some foreign and Europeans are making it and it comes off kind of goofy. These people don't seem kind of like they're real people. And some of the words they say, but this is a little closer. They've gotten better over the years as opposed to like the original Life is Strange, which is just bizarre and fun to play just because of the damn crazy ass dialogue. But very big recommendation for me. I do like the Life is Strange games. Big Kitty loved the graphics, and she loved the atmosphere. So big Paul up from there, and Brian is just immersed with how this thing comes in. And I think that other than it being ending a little abruptly, this has been one of their better stories. And I'm hoping that that this continues forward. I don't see paying full price for this game. I'm sure it's already on clearance, but Game Pass is the way to go. And so highly recommend. Give it a look.